So this is the Schumann last movement continued telemarketer, I think. Let's see where we are. Maybe you could tell me. Oh yes, working out the fancy fingerings here. 2, 4, 3. Yes, that's nice. Terribly awkward this is. And complicated. It won't sound complicated, that's the thing. The payoff will be you just shrug your shoulders. Don't shrug your shoulders in performance. It'll just be there. And it's doubled. So I'm going to go on. I think I'll stick 3 in this DGD chord. I'm saving my 4th down here. Turning to the standard fingering for this chord means I can just toss it off, and then my 4th will be ready for the scale that follows. So. These broken octaves are no big deal, except they're almost all white notes, so it's very easy to get lost. So I will ultimately, when I'm sure of what my left hand is doing, is trace out my right hand. Look at it probably. And move back into the keyboard for the return to the C. I might even think of this as a 3-note rather than a 4-note scale, and then a 3-note scale on the way down. Then this one, then this one. I like that. When you have a choice, when you have a top note that's either the top of an ascent or the beginning of a descent, it's really important that you recognize you do have a choice and decide what grouping benefits you most. It'll either be because it makes a certain grouping more comfortable or makes a certain thought more comfortable. The best is both. So. Luckily, my opening fingering, 1, 5, 4, works perfectly for both. Love it. second, because of how I'm rotating my hand, is just a little bit better in this context. It may not be best from a standing start, but in transit it is. So. To 3. For now, I'm inclined to use 3, but not strongly. Sure helps looking. That's what I'm going to use. Whoops. B major. So. Reiterating the B that I should not, it's tied. I rather like that. Redundant reminder that I'm using 5/4-1, something you will find really screwy. It works really well for me linearly. And a reminder that I'm playing a tied note. B major chord. Okay, one of those weird instances. He's got himself in a 4-sharp key signature, E major perhaps, but he's writing in B major with the added A sharp. So 2, 1, 2, 1. Well, at least it helps that that the violist comes in to let me know where I am. Otherwise, I might get lost in this figure. So it's 2, 1, 2, 1. Da, da, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. I did indicate a starting finger, which I didn't indicate the turn finger, which should be the 3rd finger. At least for me. I could go 4, 3, 2, 1, but 3, 2, 1 and turn my hand over, going to that long finger on F sharp really feels good. Much better. Yes. C sharp minor. Question is, what ends it best for me? Going up to 3, 2 at the end for me, and then 5 is really nice in my left hand. It seems not as big an issue in the right hand, although I am going to start with thumb, and then strings at best. And then the scale, the second finger for the scale. Nice. Whoops. Obviously, I don't have to work as hard here. Circle what my mind needs to know. The consistency of the melody. And since we're all doubled, boy, we need that. Here we are in G sharp minor. Okay. This stuff. Which is to say, I have to work out fingerings or a thought process that makes these little slurs feel good and not look so complicated on the page. So. Three, starting on 2/4. Well, I could use an actual slur finger. I could go, that's what I actually wrote down. I don't think it's worth it. I could go to 4 and slur under my hand. For the slight discomfort? Well, maybe it is. Again, this is a choice that I'm confronted by that some other people might not be. I can reach on this perfect fourth, B to F sharp, 5/4, leaving me to make the slur work as 3/2. And the reason I like it, well, for obvious reasons, that I actually get that sense of slur connection. It makes it easier for me to execute the notes in the correct way. For other hands, they'd want to go to 3 for comfort, and then would slur, or pseudo-slur from 2 to 2. Boy, that's awfully nice. Do I really? Go back to my first idea. Stick with the comfort of the first chord. It's easier to get to. Playing a slur from 2 to 2 is so not a big deal. Especially if you have, as is indicated here, a sforzando on the first note. So it covers your tracks as you go down. Fast octaves in any way, but you have to keep track of where you're going. It helps to know what fingering you want for your left hand that should provide a certain leadership. So if I move to 3 on G sharp down here, so then I can go 3, 1, 2, 5. Then I have to decide. Do I move? Say 2, 3, 1, 2, oops, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. In isolation, that sure is nice. 3-1. So now, if I know those notes, and I know my right hand is doubling, my right hand will go along for the ride. Go to here, go to here, and go to here, and go to here. Here I have a reversal from black note to black note. I treat the second black note as more of a black note, or more of an inner note. And then there's yet another black note, which is a toss-off. Or is it? Because I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 black notes all in a row. I'm out here on the white note. This goes in. Can I go all the way for all 3 of those? All 4? And then come back out. Well, aided by turning of my arm, so that the angle that gets more severe with my thumb changes. That actually gives me more room to move inward for all 4 of them. And yes, that's good. Looks like a repetition. Again, I'll let my redundant self indicate what I'm doing. We are low on the piano. 2-1-1. Just a reminder. One is working. And here, I've noted previously when we went through this before. Rather than turning to the third here, to white note, and I turn 1 note later. 1, 2, 3 to 4 is a little bit awkward, so I'm going to remind myself. Grab this chord, E, F sharp, A sharp, with the best possible fingering just for it. It's worth it. It's non-legato. So even though my 2, 3, and 4 are ready to go, I'm just going to grab that. It's just so nice. Grab, and then I'm going to move my hand. There's no concern to find the ideal fingering here. I want to finish off my hand move, and then toss to second finger. So. Yes. Nice. How nice, it's only E flat minor. Let's see about it. Every key runs the risk of giving a different topography. Every key has a physical character. Do I still want to go with 1, 2, 4 here? The disadvantage here, unlike the preceding one where I did that, is here I came to a 5th finger white note. So if I do it again here, I have a black note. I still like it. 1, 2, 4. So I'm going to go, then I'm going to go 2, and just in case you're interested, when I get to here, I could go 4, 1 to 3, but since I so love the 5-2 fingering for a white-black tritone in the right hand, or in either hand, so I'm just going to toss my hand. Oh yes. A little change. It's just the E flat. I'm actually weirdly slipping from finger to finger. I'm going to go 4 to 5-ish, 4. You may think there's not enough time to do that. I'm not exactly consciously or rhythmically doing a finger substitution. I'm just... It just makes me more comfortable to feel there's a metamorphosis. Yes, that's nice. Okay, for me, this is fun. I can do the 6 and 1 and 3 and 1 and 2. So I will. Changes things. The key changes the patterns quite a lot. So, for example, going to 2/4 on black-white, standard practice. Going to 2/4 on white-black, also standard practice. So long as the inclination of the hand is okay. If you try to do it straight on, the fact that 2 and 4 are of roughly the same length will make your hand really uncomfortable. So I favor the black note. Turn toward the black note, whatever finger that may be involved. So, here or here. Turn, turn. It shouldn't be a big deal, just enough to reduce tension. You don't want to have to put up with excess tension. The way it falls. 4, 4, 3. All right. 4, 4. This is so much easier than the other key. Actually, just sticking with the second finger as a pivot finger on E flat seems to make the hand calmer. The question is, do I move from 2 to 2 or to 3 and then move? This is a little simpler, 2, 3, 4 today. Well, then if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to go 5, 5, 5, 5. I could go 4, 5 at the end. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. No, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. The extra length of the fourth helps me to actually reduce the amount of motion and increase the amount of calm. Okay. We're back to this simple trill on the first group. Shift to 2 when I'm starting the one on A flat. So it's 3, 2, and now 2. nice scalar fingering. Whoops. Great. Sorry. Repeat it. Simple trill. Unconscious as possible of my right hand. Once it goes into the recurring ostinato, that's redundant. Yes. Okay, here we have the canon. So awareness of the thirds. The object was. Skipping ahead because I'm running out of time. Okay, all familiar stuff. 2/4, 2/4. The same old struggles. Every key, I have to renew my acquaintance with this. Okay, I'm gonna skip. 2, 4, 5. Okay. Do 3, 2, 1. So go 1, 2, 4, 5 on this B flat chord. I know it's not ideal, but it sets up the rest of the pattern nicely. Okay. I'll live with it for a while. Stick with 1. 1, 1, and 2 on the B flat chord again. That gets going 2, 1, 2, 1 gets me my lead nicely. black, white, but it's 10 times harder. So even though it's spelled out black, white, black, it's, for me, black, white, black. Gotta remember 1, 2, 4, 5 in the right hand. If it knows what it's doing, it adds leadership. Even if I'm looking at the left, the simplicity of the right adds. Okay, I'm going to go into this section later on. To be continued.